What's good, y'all? It's your girl Ty, T-Y, not T-I, and I'm back in these streets with another motherfucking video. Don't look at me like that. Don't do me. I know y'all probably gonna be like, girl, you been gone for like, I think it's been like 3-4 months. I think it's been like 3-4 months. Life been lifing, okay? Just look, we go through things in real life. We deal with shit in in real life. Just not too much on me, okay? But today, we're gonna do a story time, okay? The story time is a little juicy. I kinda low-key been postponing the story time only because it's like, I was kind of debating, do I want to do the story time or do I not want to do the story time? I don't freaking know, whatever. Because last time I did do a story time, it wasn't about the person, but they were mentioned in the story time, and I don't know why, but not every single time, but majority of the time when I do a story time, it's like the person who it's about or somebody who's mentioned in the story time, they see it and they get their feelings and they, you know, text me. I don't usually respond. I just be like, oh, well, at least you know, like, it is what it is. But this story time, I actually have receipts this time, okay? I have receipts this time. I'll probably read them out loud, but I'm also going to put them on the screen for y'all to see so y'all can get all the tea. In response to what I just said previously about the people responding and stuff, I'm going to give y'all an example, actually.
Damn, Ty W. You had to say I look like a leprechaun.
Sure enough did.
And I jump around like a bunny.
Sure enough did.
Damn, my dog. I thought we was tight. Damn. Hey, I'm right here watching your video, laughing like shit, Slim. Not the motherfucking leprechaun.
This story time is actually about my first ever relationship, my first ever ex. This shit is juicy. Get your snacks, get your popcorn, get your shit.
Get your goddamn.
So, me and this person, we gonna call them Leprechaun. Leprechaun was mentioned in my other story time. I believe is I stole from her. If it's not, it might be the other story time. I think it's the toxic or the weird story time. I don't know. But whatever story time it is, I'm going to put it on the screen so y'all can go back, watch that, rewind. And yeah, let me just back this shit all the way the fuck up so y'all can really get a real backstory for real. This is about like, I was like 18, 19-ish, about to turn 20-ish. So not that long ago, pretty recent, because I'm 21 now, so pretty recent-ish, probably like 2 years ago. So I know the most famous wreck. I always tell you about this goddamn wreck because this wreck is something else. There's always something happening. It's like, damn, y'all can never just vibe, twin, just vibe. But the most famous wreck. When I came there, I wasn't really talking to nobody. I'm not saying I'm not social, because I am social. It's just, when I first meet you, I'm not gonna be a chatterbox. Like, I'm not, you like, once you get to know me, you can be like, okay, damn, bitch, shut up. But like, when I first meet people, like, I'm not really a chatterbox. So it's kind of like a, I'm not gonna be rude. It's just, I'm not a chatterbox. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm the type of person where like, I have to warm up to you for you to get my goofy side and for you to see all the dumb shit that I be doing, you feel me? So I was kind of like that. And also because when I first came in, I was going through a lot of stuff. Just turned 18. I left home. I was just like all over the place. I was just like, this new adulting thing is new to me. So, because I was pretty sheltered as a child. But once I turned like 17, 18-ish, it was like, not even 17, 18-ish. When I turned like 18, I was like, okay, like, gotta get my shit together. I'm gone. Peace out. It was just a lot of stuff that went on in my household, and I was just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to bounce. So yeah, anyway, fast forward, I had left, came to the wreck and stuff like that. You know, Leprechaun was trying to talk to me like, when I came there, like probably like, I'm gonna say like the second week that I was like there or whatever at the wreck, because I would come to the wreck or whatever. So like the second week I was like at the wreck, mind you, I was still new. So he was trying to talk to me off the bat, and I was really just like no, like I'm good, like I'm straight, because I wasn't even in the mindset to be in a relationship. I was just really focused on dealing with leaving that certain household, and also focused on, okay, I'm an adult, I gotta get my mind right, get my focus, get my shit together, whatever. Like, I wasn't focused on boys. I wasn't focused on niggas. I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on other things. So when he trying to talk to me, like, I would just basically, like, no, I was turning him down. I was like, no, like, I'm good. But you want a relationship? And he was like, that's cool, we could be friends. I should have known, like, nigga, you don't want to be friends. You don't want to be friends. But he was like, we could be friends. I'm like, but no, like, no. And I was trying to be nice about it, because it was like, I was trying to be as nice as possible without hurting his feelings. So I was just like, and just to clarify, this story time and not to bash nobody, just to clarify, my story time never to bash nobody. It's just to speak about my experiences, just to clarify that. Back to the story though. Yeah, I was trying to be as nice as possible without hurting his feelings, or like feeling like, I don't know, like trying to downplay him or anything. Like, I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just, really on the mindset that, like, no, I'm okay, I'm good. So fast forward, like, he kept being persistent. Like, Leprechaun kept being persistent, kept, it wasn't even giving effort. It was just being persistent, like, kept asking, like, how a child or whatever, or you eat on something and the child be like, can I have some? Can I have, like, just keep, like, just bugging you? It was like that. So that's what he was basically doing. Like, I want you to be my girl. Like, let me take you out. Eventually say yes. I was like, all right, like, I guess since you being persistent, I said, I guess you really is trying to, be on that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you a chance. So I gave him a chance. So I was like, after that, it was cool. Like, it was smooth selling and stuff like that. When we first started out, it wasn't really nothing. It was just like a couple hugs here and there, or smiling here and there, stuff like that. Mind you, the whole time I was with Leprechaun, never went out on a date, never went out nowhere. Just hang with his friends, on the block, on the street, not doing nothing. Fast forward, like, I want to say like a month into the whole ordeal, the whole relationship or whatever. We first started going out and stuff like that. Word was going around to Undercover. If you don't know who Undercover is, story time right here. If you don't know who Undercover is, go back to that story time, rewind, watch that shit so you get caught up. Her and Leprechaun, they had a thing. Now, I don't know what they had, because to my knowledge, Undercover was married. She was married to the army guy. We just gonna call him army guy, whatever. She's married to the army guy, and they was married, like, they were locked in. Like, she had him tatted on her or whatever. And at that point, when they had their thing going on or whatever, like, I didn't know nobody. Like, I wasn't even there when they was having their thing going on. I wasn't even coming to the record at that time. But when word got around to Undercover, me and her, we wasn't friends, but we was cool though. Like, it wasn't no beef or nothing. We was cool. Word got around to Undercover, and she was mad. Like, and my whole thing was, if you're married happily, and that's why are you mad at somebody else? Mind you, they wasn't together. It was more so like they would just flirt and stuff here and there, little touchy-feely here and there, like that. But it wasn't no, they was going together, from my understanding, from what I was told. So she was mad. So one day we in a wreck, and we in the lobby area. So I'm leaned up. I'm gonna give y'all a picture. So I'm leaned up against one of the tables. So I'm just like leaning on the table, like sit back, leaning on the table. And Leprechaun sitting at the desk, because he was working there. I don't know if he still worked there or not. I don't know. But Leprechaun was working there at the time, and he was sit at the desk or whatever. So she came in there, and she was causing the scene. Like, she's basically like, she said something, and then she was like, why you didn't tell me you was going with Ty? Or she said something along the lines of that. So then that's when he was like, what, bro? Like, what? Like, he was like, chill out, relax, like, just chill. Now, that was a red flag, because if anything, you should tell her, move, like, get out your face. Like, that was a red flag. But me being me, I was like, oh, he wouldn't do me like that. You feel me? So she causing the scene in his face, and it like she's about to hit him. Now, like I said, me and him, at that point, we was in only like a month in. And of course, like, if they started fighting or whatever, I would have broke that shit up immediately. But I wanted to know, I wanted to know what's going on. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to let her yell, because I'm like, what's going on? Mind you, me and him, we wasn't even locked in at the time. We didn't go out on no dates or nothing. Like, we would really just get on the phone, a little smile here, smile there, a little hug here and there. Like, that, it was really just like we was friends that was flirting. That's what it was. So she's yelling and stuff at him, and that's when she was like, you go with her, you go with Ty, you go with her. And he just, like, he not telling her, but he just basically, like, telling her to chill and relax and just chill and relax or whatever. He's not telling her, like, that like, we talk or we vibing or whatever. Like, he's not saying nothing. He just, like, chill, relax, relax, relax. She ends up storming off after that. A couple days later, she ended up coming to me, and she's basically like, hey, I didn't mean nothing by that. I just wanted to know because he still be trying to flirt with me and stuff like that. And at that point, like I told y'all, we was like a month in. So I wasn't even really tripping too much, because it's like, me and him were just vibing. It just so happened that he vibing with you too. So that's cool. He could do that. When we make it official, all that need to stop. So as soon as she had said that, I kind of was like, oh, okay, well, he's still, talking to other girls. And like, I don't know if she said that to try to, I don't know, come to me as a woman, whatever. I don't know what she meant by it, but I personally took it as like, okay, like, is she trying to be funny or something? Maybe it's just my perception of things, whatever. Now looking back at it, kind of like, okay, maybe she did mean goodbye, but it's still always that thought in the back of your head, like, nah, like, don't be trusting, like, don't trust it. Moving on. We're gonna fast forward about 2.5, I'm gonna say maybe. Yeah, like 2.5 months in. So at this point, me and him official. Like, everybody know that we together. Like, he mine, I'm his, stuff like that. So I'm hanging out with him. I'm hanging out with him with his friends, because, and it wasn't off no weird stuff. It was just mainly like he'd be like, oh yeah, babe, come with me, or come here, I want to introduce you to blase, blase, blase. I'm like, all right, whatever, cool, whatever. I would go with Leprechaun places. And I had eventually ended up moving next to his friends. They wasn't guys, it was like these friends, they were girls or whatever, and they had lived like across the street from me. But like, my house was like, my complex was facing this way, and their house was they joint was facing like this way. So it was like I would have to walk on the side, like go out on the side, but they still lived across the street. So at this point, like, I would go places, like, not places, but I would go with him whenever he was to go on the block or on the street or whatever. And I would, like, talk to the girls, and, like, up the, it was like a hill slanted. So up that hill at the top was all his men. So it was all right there. And then, he would go up there, I would go to the girls, I would talk to them, stuff like that. And they would come down. And then we all just sit there, congregates. And, just all chill vibe, stuff like that. They would be smoking, stuff like that. Mind you, I don't smoke, so I wouldn't smoke, because I don't smoke. So his friends, like his men and all the girls and stuff like that, they knew that we was together. Like, they all knew we was together and stuff like that. Like, I had ended up becoming friends with, I'm not even going to say friends. That's not even the right word. I was cool with everybody right there. But I'm going to say the only friend I really became friends with is 2 girls. And then as far as the guys, I was friends with like a good, like maybe like 3 of them. We're gonna fast forward again. At this point, I'm hanging out with undercover. I'm hanging out with undercover more. Like, we actually friends and stuff. I'm going over our house. We hanging out. We going places. Going to pool. Like, going out and stuff like that. So whenever I was with undercover, editing me here, y'all. Just to clarify, whenever I was with anybody, not just undercover, whenever I was with anybody that wasn't him, it would always be a big issue. I would be out, or like with undercover, like it would always be a big issue versus like whenever he was out with his man, or whenever he would go to his baby mother house and stuff. Yes, y'all, he had a baby mother and he had a child, but newsflash, the child is not his. But that's his baby mother, because they had a kid, but the kid died. And I feel bad for the baby mother, but I don't feel bad for him. I get it. You're still going to have some type of bond. I'm not going to take that away from you. But you're taking care of A child is not yours.
You look so dumb.
That's what I was told. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, but what you tell me, I'm going to take it and keep it in my head. Like, okay, you told me this, so I'm going to stick to that. Whenever he was with his baby mother, taking care of his child, that's what he told me. He would be taking care of his child, taking his child places and stuff like that, or he would be with his men. It wasn't an issue, or he wouldn't answer the phone like that, and that was a red flag too. Not like, I don't know. I'm just slow. I used to be real dumb. I'm not dumb now because I don't play them games. Like, now you have one time to play with me. After that, it's a wrap. You have one time to play with me. It's a wrap after that. But me going over undercover house or being with my peoples or being with my best friend, it would be an issue. And it's like, why is it an issue? When you go, it's like he wouldn't want me to go out. He would just want me to be in the house, be up under him. And it's like, nigga, I go with you on the street to hang out with your friends. Like, now that I guess you could say they're my friends too. I'm gonna say I have to see about that too. They're my friends too. But like, I always be like, oh yeah, you want to meet up, and you be like, okay, I'm gonna let you know. Then we don't link. Like, it's just like, the double standards is crazy. He would text me or call me and be like, you see me calling you, you don't see me texting you, things like that. And I'm like, because I'm not on my phone because I'm with my friends, or I'm not on my phone because I'm with my peoples. When I'm with my peoples or my friends, like, I don't really be on my phone. Yeah, I might be on my phone to take pictures, take a little video, whatever, cool. But like, I'm not even on my phone. Like, the whole point of me being with my friends is to see them and talk to them and hang out with them. It's not for me to be on my phone. But I understand he want me to check in. So I'm like, okay, I get it. But don't do that. Don't come for me how I text y'all. I don't text like that. I don't text like this no more. I swear I don't. Like, I don't know why. The way I was texting was just so slow. Like, I was texting like I was like I was slow. I mean, I am slow at times, but I was texting like I was real slow. Like, it wasn't giving. It was like, I ain't need to see your text. What you mean? He said, how you don't see my text? I said, because I'm not on my phone for real. If you was calling, that'd be different, but you texting. So he was like, all right, I know you doing something and my phone not on. The fuck, don't do that. I said, what am I doing besides hanging out at undercover house? And then he would be like, oh, I love you. And I said, no, bruh, because what? And I'm saying no, because you can't, like, no. How you going to sit up here and accuse me of doing something, which is basically cheating? How you going to accuse me of cheating and then all of a sudden be like, okay, I love you? Like, that's that weird, manipulative, controlling stuff, hypocritical stuff. Like, don't do that. Like, don't play with me. That's why I said no. Like, don't play with me. Don't do that. Then he said, I know it's not you, it's me. We know it's not me. We know. Okay, so sometimes I do be tripping. You feel me? I do be bugging sometimes. And sometimes it do be me. But it wasn't me this time. It wasn't me. Next message, he said, damn, okay. I said, you mad? He said, no, I don't know. He was texting slow too. I said, I'll see you next week. Everybody was close to each other. Like, we was all literally in walking distance of going to each other's apartments, houses, whatever. Like, we was all in walking distance to go see each other. Mind you, the girls, they all lived in the same complex, and his men, they all lived in the same complex. He was the only one who didn't live in the same complex as everybody, but he literally lived like down the street. All he had to do was walk, like a good 5-minute walk. So it's like, of course I would see him more because he lived so close versus him living so far, or living like a good like 30-minute, maybe 45-minute drive, 20-minute drive, whatever. I don't know. It was just weird. It was just really like he wanted to be controlling. That's what it was. And it was like the fact that he couldn't control me, it was a problem. So yeah, we would have arguments and stuff like that. Like, we would have, of course, any relationship has arguments, whatever. But we would have arguments or whatever, and in the arguments, he would say certain things that would make me real irritated, because I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to get irritated first. Then it's going to slowly build up. And it's going to be like, you got me fucked all the way up. You got me messed all the way up. It's like the stuff that you would say, like, that's not even me. Like when he was going through stuff with his baby mother, I would like, you know, tell him like to tell her like, that's your child. I didn't know that wasn't his child until after. Like, not even after, I'm lying. I didn't know that wasn't his child until like towards the end of the damn relationship. If I knew that before, I ain't stupid now. I'm a little slut, but I ain't stupid. You still messing with her. You still messing with her. There's no way you can't tell me that you're not. No, you're still messing with her. You still in them drawers. You're in them drawers. You're in them drawers. Because there's no way. There's no way. Like, I'm a little slow and not stupid, damn. I would basically like tell him to talk to her or whatever, like, and I was never like the bitter girlfriend. I'm never gonna be there. Like, I'm never the bitter girlfriend. I'm never the girlfriend that's gonna be like, oh well, I don't want you to go see your baby mother. You have to. I would never do that. Like, I'm never gonna sit up there and like, that's his child. You can't compete where you don't compare. Like, that's his child. Like, and she was there first. Like, I'm just now getting in the picture. And it also be times where it's like, we would have arguments and he be like, you don't see me, you don't love me, nah. And I'm like, all right, well, let me come see you then. And then he be like, no, I don't want you to come see me. You just had a fit about me not coming to see you. All right, well, I'm finna come see you. Mind you, we literally live like a good, maybe like, not even a 5-minute walk, I'm lying. Probably like a good, like 8-minute, 10-minute walk. Because mind you, like I said, he lived on the street. And everybody, like, we all lived close to each other. But he lived farther than everybody, but his was like a good like 8-10-minute walk, whatever. So he would say things and I'd be like, all right, well, let me come see you. Message is gonna be instant. I'm like, let me come see you then. And he talking about some, no, I don't want you to come outside. I don't want you to come outside today. I'd be all right. But you just had a heart attack about me not coming to see you. Talking about something, you want me to come see you. Like, it would be times where I would go hang out with the girls and the guys by myself. Cause it's like, at that point, like, I would date friends too. You feel me? And I wasn't friends with all of them. Like, I was cool with everybody. But it would be times where, like, they would be hanging outside and, you know, they would text. They'd be like, hey, Ty W. That's what they would call me. But they'd be like, hey, Ty W, come outside or come up the street. Like, we all right here type shit. Or sometimes I would just walk outside and they'd be right there. I'm like, okay, like, let me go right there. Like, that's what it was. Because it was just like, I was cool with everybody. And I would tell him that I'm, like, right there. And he would be like, you don't smoke, you don't need to be right there if I'm not right there, this and the third, which I understand as far as like the guy's part, but the way he's saying it as far as like everybody, like he don't want me to hang out with the girls either. And I know why now. Now I know why. Want me right there without him at all, because he was messing with one of the girls and he didn't want nothing slipping out accidentally. So if he wasn't right there, I couldn't hang with none of them. Couldn't hang with the girl, none of that. Couldn't hang with him. So he would say things like, we don't never do nothing by ourselves. And it's like, because you're the man in the relationship. I'm not the nigga. You wear the pants. I don't. So if you want to so-called go on all these dates, and that's another thing too, he would promise dates and then we would never go. But you got time to take all these other girls places. Or promise to take them places. We would get in arguments. He would say things and then try to double back and be like, oh no, but I love you so much. I really have feelings for you. Like, I love you so much. Fast forward again, y'all. We're going to go back to the undercover situation. So, we like a couple months in at this point. So, you know, word of the mouth goes around. They were saying that Undercover was flirting with Leprechaun whenever I'm not around, and Leprechaun was picking her up and all the extra stuff. Like, it was just stuff that you don't do while you're supposed to be in a relationship. And it was just like, they were doing things when I wasn't there and doing things behind my back, but in my face. Oh girl, I don't even like him, girl. I'm married. I got a nigga. Like, I don't even want him for real, girl. I don't want him. That's your man. If he's my man. It was situations with Undercover and Leprechaun. I'm not gonna ever be the type of female that's gonna sit up there and blame the female first, even though it always takes two to tango. But majority of the time it do be the niggas, cause they be real out wrong. Like, yeah, me and this girl is friends, but nigga, you owe me loyalty too. I'm not gonna just sit up there and get mad at the female. I'm gonna get mad at the nigga too. If anything, I'm gonna get the nigga first and then get the female. Cause girl, I'll catch you. It's cool, I'll catch you. But nigga, nah, you got me fucked all the way up. Absolutely not. No. I had confronted Undercover and the reason in this situation, the reason why I didn't confront him first was because I didn't see him, point blank period. Now if I seen him, World War III, I had seen Undercover first and I basically confronted her. I'm like, so what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, nigga picking you up, touchy feely, like what's going on? You supposed to be married, like what's up? So she basically like telling me, girl, it's not even like that. Like, it's not even me. Like, the nigga, he be touching me, and I be telling him to stop. Like, get off me. Girl, I'm looking at you a little sideways. You know, just a little bit. Because it's like, how can you sit up here and say that you telling him to stop? But when you first found out that we was going together, you caused the whole scene, and you were basically mad. The math's not mathing. And I'm not the greatest at math. But that right there, it wasn't adding up to me. So she said that. And I'm like, and then she starts talking about like, girl, you know he really love you, girl. You know he really fuck with you. But like, he really want to talk to you. Yeah, just like hear him out, stuff like that. So I'm like, girl, whatever. Like, okay, like, I mean, I guess. But I was basically like telling her, I was like, I guess. I said, but if I hear something else about y'all too, it's up. Like, it's up because me and you, we supposed to be friends. Like, it's up. It's definitely up. She was like, girl, I promise it's not like that. Like, it's not even nothing between us, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I had seen him after that, like the day after that. And I'm bombing him out or whatever. He gave me the puppy eyes and he like, babe, you know I love you. You know I love you, girl. You know I love you. And I'm just like, no, you don't. Lying ass. No, you don't. You got one more chance. And I would do that serious. I was like, you got a one more chance. You got a one more chance. Mind you, I was giving this nigga chance after chance after chance. I don't even give people 2 chances. 1. You have 1. You got 1. Okay. But like, I don't even give people multiple chances. So it's just the fact that I'm giving you about 300, 400, 500, 600 chances. We're gonna fast forward again. This is months in, y'all. Months in. Sitting across the street with the girls. They all just talking and stuff like that. Like, we all just talking and shit like that. I don't really remember exactly what happened. I don't know how it happened. But I ended up finding out that he slept with his baby mother, right? So after that, I was kind of just really like, I ain't showing in front of them, but I kind of just, oh yeah, brush it off in front of them. But in private, y'all, I was distraught. My heart was broke. Like, my little heart was broke, y'all. My heart was broke. So at that point, I was really like done. And also, I forgot to mention this. And also because apparently he had slept with another girl. And I'm just like, oh, so this is what we're doing? But, and I know it was childish of me to do this before I even say what I did. I know this was very much childish. But I'm the type of person who is like, I'm gonna get my get back. You tripping. Now, I'll just did the whole situation. I'm not playing them games. Like, you really get messed up. I don't care how many times you beg, cry, plead, bleed on your knees, nigga. Fast forward again. But somebody that he knew that he was cool with. They wasn't friends, but they was cool though. And I had my suspicions that he liked me because the reason why I'm saying that is because he would very much pillow talk. I already had a suspicion that Snakes who liked me because he would pillow talk. Like, he was hanging around the men and stuff like that. And every time that Leprechaun would do stuff, he would tell me, come back to me, tell me, you know, all some messy shit. And I even said to him, like, you know, you being messy, but shit, thanks for telling me the tea. He would tell me what Leprechaun was doing and, you know, be like, he not even good for you, Like, basically, like, trying to, like, down talk him and downplay him. And I'm not stupid. Like, I had an inkling suspicion that he liked me, because ain't no way you about to sit up there and tell me all that, especially if like me and you, we ain't brothers, sister, none of that. We not even that. Like, we just cool and shit like that. But it's like I would catch with Stern and shit like that. We was at Undercover house, and Undercover was basically trying to get me and Snaggy together the whole time or whatever. Like, she was trying to play keeper, trying to play matchmaker. It was a night when we was playing Truth or Dare. They did me to, what they did me to do? I think they did me to kiss them or something like that. I kissed them and stuff like that. We played more games. The game was over. I ended up kissing them again. Like, I ended up like full on make out session, like full on make out. So made out with that was that. So I was still with Leprechaun at that point too. So I was still with Leprechaun. After that, I ended up telling Leprechaun, like, I high-key wanted him to find out, because it wasn't just me undercover and Snaggletooth there. It wasn't just us three, it was more people. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like telephone, like he gonna find out and whatever, but he didn't find out that way. So when he had found out, I was the one actually telling him, and I told him or whatever. When I told him, he was distraught and stuff like that. He was distraught, like, but then he was like this, give me your hand, and I'm just looking at him like this. So like the day after I had told him, I ended up breaking up with him. The day after I had told him, he still, like, I'm assuming that he still wanted to be together. He still wanted to be together after that, after the day I told him that I had kissed Snaggletooth, well, made out with Snaggletooth. I guess he was in front of my house, and he was like, I'm out front. He was like, I want you to know that I do love you, and I'm so sorry for making you feel like this. I hope you understand. Can't believe it's the end. Then I said that whole paragraph. Then he said, I said that because I was mad and my feelings was hurt. I'm only yelling at you because I be what. He basically said a whole bunch of nothing. I didn't respond to him after that because it was just like, the damage was already done. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have cheated or whatever, but it was just like, I just didn't care. Like, I didn't care. And I was like, I wanted you to find out, because it was like, I was done. Like, I already had my mind made up. Like, after I was going to do what I was going to do, I'm breaking up. Like, I was going to break up with him. I was already going to break up with him regardless, but it was like, might as well break up and go out with a bang. We might as well break up and go out with a bang. So the next day, he was still blowing my phone, blowing my phone. And I was like, nah. So I think the day after, or 2 days after I had broke up with him, like, he was still calling, texting me, stuff like that. So I told him, like, you need to come get your stuff. I said, you still have your shoes, some shirts in the bag of stuff here, so come get it tomorrow when you can. Also, they all knew. Let me just put it out there. They all knew. The whole entire friend group, the guys, the girls, they all knew. So that's what I mean by when it came out or slipped out, everybody just sitting there quiet like that, like they didn't know. And it's like, y'all all knew. Like, y'all all knew. With that whole situation was done for. So yeah, y'all. Y'all thought the story was over? It's not. It's not. Cause just wait. So after we had broke up, right? We broken up for like, at this point we broken up for about a good 4 weeks. So like about a month. He ends up dating somebody new. Okay. Cool, whatever. Kudos to you. So he ends up dating somebody new. Come to find out, the girl that he's dating, I was actually friends with. Nobody was they wasn't trying to tell me who it was. At first, I was kind of really like, why y'all can't tell me? Like, I don't care that much for y'all to, like, not tell me. I'm thinking it's all some, like, oh, they don't want to tell me because they was being loyal to Leprechaun. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But I ended up finding out from somebody else. So they told me. And when I found that out, I was just sitting there, like, at first I was stuck for a minute. I was just kind of like, after that, whatever, I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's up now. Where to go? What's up? Where to go? But I ended up, like, not seeing her for, like, a couple of days. And in a couple of days of me not seeing her, like, I kind of calmed down from that whole situation. Me and her, we were still communicating. Like, we were still talking. We were still so-called friends or whatever. And it was like, damn, like, so did you like him the whole time? Mind you, the girl that he was dating at that time, she was one of the girls that I was hanging out with on that street, on that block. Like, we was like, no, we was cool though. Like, every time she would see me, give me a hug, hey, Ty W, da-da-da-da. She did try to throw little slick comments, you know, try to be funny sometimes, and I would just let it slide. But, cause I'm like, maybe that's just how she is. No. I ended up seeing her like a couple days after I had found out. And then when I seen her, like, we ain't speak. Like, there was nothing to be said. Like, there was nothing to be said. We ain't speak, no, none of that. So I'm with my friends, my other friends at this point, and yeah, so we not saying nothing to each other. Like, she just mugging, eye rolling, stuff like that. But I'm like, girl, we literally was just cool the week before. Literally, like, but now all of a sudden you with Leprechaun, so now you mugging and rolling your eyes and all that and stuff like that. So the whole time or whatever, she's doing that. People coming up to me talking about people coming up being messy basically, and they're saying, oh yeah, she's talking about you, da da da, like laughing at you and shit like that, this and the third. And I'm like, she can laugh all she want, but she ain't gonna do nothing. My whole thing with that, it was just really like, it's not no major issue. Now if you want to get down, we can get down, because it never gave scary. Obviously you wanted him the whole time, so keep him if it's that serious. Fast forward after that, they ended up breaking up about something. When they broke up, she had seen me. I forgot what I was doing something. She had seen me like outside of the rec or whatever, and she spoke, and I didn't speak to her because it's just like we don't have nothing to talk about, nothing to speak about. Like, don't speak when y'all separated. You should have spoke when y'all was together. You should have been on that type of time when y'all was together, not try to be fake cool. Now they're trying not, like, maybe it could have been he was getting in her head, telling her not to speak to me, because niggas do be like that. Like, niggas do be like that, so I can't even do that, because it probably was him too. But I wasn't talking to him, so I don't even know his side. I just know from what I was receiving from her. Fast forward again. The story's not over, y'all. We gonna call her Pinky. We gonna call this girl Pinky. Didn't have a name, whatever. We gonna call her Pinky just because Pinky, whatever. So me and Pinky, we've known each other since high school. Pinky was never even at the rec. She didn't know other rec. She didn't know nothing about it until I told her. Backstory, and don't mind my bonnet. But me and Pinky, we was friends since high school. Like, we was friends. Like, we knew each other since 9th grade. We probably didn't become friends probably like 10th grade. But we knew of each other. We was cool the whole time. We was still communicating even outside of high school. Now, when we got outside of high school, we wasn't communicating like that. But we was still communicating very much. Like, I thought we were still friends. I was telling her stuff, she was telling me stuff. I had told her about Leprechaun, and she basically like, girl, like, that's wild, like, da-da-da, like, he's wild as shit, like, he wild as nigga, da-da-da, like, the girl talking. So, I guess she seen Leprechaun and the girl that he was with, you know, the one that I was just telling y'all about. I guess she seen them two at somewhere, and she basically like texted me. She told me that she seen them, and she was basically like, girl, do you want me to go say something to him? Because I will, like, I will go out for him for you. And she was like, I'm not finna let him play with you. I'm not finna let him play with you. So she was like, girl, you still go with that short nigga? I said, why? What happened? She was like, because he down here with another shorty. I'm not about to let man play with you. I said, girl, I broke up with him. She was like, oh, wow, you better have. And then we were still texting after that. But, you know, that's what she said, whatever. And I'm like, girl, like, it's no need for that. Coming to the rec, she's meeting people, or I'm assuming she already knew some people there, talking to people and stuff like that. It was a couple of weeks when I wasn't at the rec for like, I wasn't at the rec for a cool couple of weeks. And then when I ended up actually coming back to the rec, it was some shit, like always. Like, it's always something at their damn rec. It's always some type of drama or something. So it was, you know, some stuff, and it was more so like it was something going on, but nobody was trying to tell me. And it was always like that. I don't know why people wasn't trying to tell me. I don't know, but they wasn't trying to tell me nothing, or they would be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you it's high because I don't want, you know, da-da-da-da. Like, they just wasn't trying to tell me nothing. So I ended up finding out on my own, like always, because when I want to know something, I want to know. Like, I'm a detective. So I ended up finding out, y'all, and I ended up finding out that Pinky and Leprechaun were going together. Like, they were boyfriend, girlfriend, dating, all that. I know, y'all, my best friend was with me when all that was going down. When I found out about Pinky and Leprechaun and stuff, she was with me. I kind of felt a little bit some type of way, because it's like, girl, you were just ready to beat him up for me, all that, talking about him, he's wild and all this, like, talking about him, everything with me, and now it's like, girl, you with him. Like, and on top of that, like, she wasn't even trying to tell me at first on none of that. Like, she wasn't trying to tell me none of that, but then when she did tell me, she's talking about something, don't be mad, da-da-da. And I'm just like, if you want him so bad, you can have him. And she just looked at me, and I looked at her like, but if you want him so bad, you can have him. Ain't nothing else I could say. Like, I'm looking at you a little sideways, Pinky, because you're weird for that. Like, me and you been friends before all of this. We was talking before all of this, and now it's like, you're with Leprechaun. Like me and Pinky, like, but like we're not friends. Like that's not what friends do. Like, and no, I didn't sit up there and go off on Pinky. No, I didn't fight Pinky. Cause it's just like, what am I fighting for? Like we gonna fight and you still gonna be with Leprechaun. There's always some drama. Like it's drama. Like can't nobody just vibe. So after that, I think her and Leprechaun broke up over something. I don't know. And then she ended up going with one of his best friends. Moral of the story, y'all. Don't go with weird ass niggas and watch who you call your friends. That's it. There's not nothing much really to be said. Like, you know, it was just really like lessons to be learned. I'm glad I learned them freshly adult versus my early 20s. Just thought I had all these friends and didn't. My bad. That's it. That's all for this video, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell, hit the notifications. Let me know what else y'all want to see. I say this all the time. Let me know what else y'all want to see from me. That's it. That's all. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye.